You know, there's this haunting story in Cartography about a map maker.
Hmm.
Yeah, this guy, he charts the whole world, every coast, every mountain, all the deserts, everything.
Okay.
Then he comes home and realizes the biggest place, the most important territory on his map is blank.
And that territory.
Off the heart of his own spouse.
Yeah.
Just empty on the atlas. Uncharted.
Wow. That's powerful. And PG Sebastian uses that metaphor, right? Because that failure to map the heart, it isn't just an accident. It's deliberate.
Deliberate how?
It's strategic defense.
Right.
It's the tragedy of intimacy being actively avoided. It becomes this blueprint for a modern marriage built on distance.
It really is.
Self-protection.
Like a fortress.
Exactly. A fortress that ends up trapping the person who built it.
That really hits home. Welcome back, everyone, to the deep dive.
Yeah, welcome back.
This idea, the Last Unconquered Territory, it's from PG Sebastian's incredible 4-part Fear Project series. And this is the 3rd deep dive installment.
That's right. We've already looked at the terror of being truly seen. That was part 1, the fig leaf in the digital age. And you can find part 2, our deep dive on the fear of abandonment, specifically on the YouTube channel. It's really worth listening to those first, to grasp the whole architecture of fear we're talking about.
Definitely. So today we're diving into PG Sebastian's article, The Last Unconquered Territory, a cartography of the guarded heart.
And as always, this deep dive is all about giving you that structured, deep interpretation from the steps to forever ecosystem. We're aiming to be the leading thought on relationships, on marriage.
We want to give you the clarity you need for your own journey.
Because forever should be built with clarity.
Okay, so let's step inside this fortress. PG Sebastian breaks down the kind of psychological engineering behind it and the foundation. It's just this deep, primal fear of vulnerability.
Yeah, the terror of being completely known.
Yeah.
Not just the polished version you show the world.
That's more than just being shy, right?
Oh, much more. It's strategic. It's this constant low-key performance of, of being totally competent and unaffected.
So the partner inside the fortress, they seem okay.
Often, yeah. Reliable, functional, sometimes even pretty pleasant. They handle the household logistics, But emotionally, completely untouchable, fundamentally.
PG calls it shallow engagement. Is that what you mean?
Exactly that. They can talk stocks, geopolitics, plan vacations, fluency on all that stuff.
Right.
But the second you ask about their inner world, what worries them, what makes them sad, what they really feel,
the drawbridge goes up.
Instantly. It's like hitting a shield every single time.
And what is that shield made of?
Well, the main defense mechanism PG points to is intellectualization.
Okay.
It's turning messy, raw, unpredictable feelings into clean, orderly thoughts. Like alchemy, but for emotions.
So instead of feeling sad,
They analyze the structural basis of grief or the neurochemistry.
wow, and anger.
They won't show anger about being slighted personally. Instead, they'll analyze, the societal injustices that might provoke such feelings in other people.
It gives them this air of control, doesn't it? Maybe even superiority.
It does. But what it's really doing is keeping that unpredictable core of emotion safely locked down, contained.
And for the partner on the outside, how does that feel?
Oh, it's incredibly frustrating. You end up feeling informed maybe, but totally unseen. It's that emotional sterility. That's the goal.
Think about this, you listening right now. Have you ever been handed a report when what you really asked for was a feeling? That's it. That's emotional data, not connection. It's like getting a PowerPoint when you just desperately needed a hug, cold comfort.
And that deep fear of being vulnerable, it's tangled up with another huge fear, dependency.
Ah, okay. So dependency isn't seen as healthy.
Not at all. In the mind of someone avoiding closeness, dependency isn't that natural give and take of partnership. Sebastian calls it a catastrophic loss of self, like total surrender.
Because needing someone means giving them power.
Exactly. And for the guarded heart, that power is always assumed to be dangerous, something that will eventually be used against them.
So leaning on your partner feels like a huge risk.
A catastrophic risk.
Yeah.
What if they step away? Then you collapse. That's the fear.
And that drives that hyper-independence we sometimes see.
Absolutely. This is the partner who will, suffer through the flu alone rather than ask for water, or wrestle with huge work problems in total silence.
And they frame it as strengths, right? As being self-sufficient.
Yeah, they do. I don't want to be a burden, you say. But PG Sebastian argues that's often a noble mask for a deeper fear, which is, I'm terrified to trust you to hold my weight because what if you fail?
So it's a cognitive trick almost. Recasting our relationship problem as a personal virtue
Yeah.
keeps the distance going without the guilt.
Exactly. It works. Until it doesn't.
So, okay, this need for self-reliance keeps them safe from needing others, but life is messy. What about conflict?
Conflict. That's the final internal piece holding up the fortress walls.
Because disagreement isn't seen as a way to get closer.
No way. It's seen as an immediate critical threat to that peace they've worked so hard to maintain.
Conflict means showing your real needs, being honest emotionally, risking a bad reaction. All scary stuff for the guarded heart.
Terrifying. So what you get is this whole suite of avoidant behaviors.
Like what?
Passive aggressiveness that just sours everything. Strategic silence, just refusing to engage, starving the conflict.
Or maybe just giving in really quickly.
Yeah, that swift, placating surrender, just to make it stop. But the real issue, it's still there, festering.
They get good at emotional sleight of hand too, don't they?
Oh, masters of it. Deflecting something serious with a joke, suddenly getting really busy with a task the moment a tough conversation starts. Anything to avoid the actual messy work of disagreement.
But this distance, it's not just about personal history or personality, is it? PG Sebastian looks broader too.
Right. And this is where his analysis gets really interesting. He connects it to the cultural forces that actually pop up this fortress.
Yeah.
We live in a world that often celebrates the lone wolf over the connected pair.
How so?
Think about how we talk about self-care, personal growth, setting boundaries, all potentially good things, right?
Sure.
But PG points out how that language can get co-opted, used to justify building permanent emotional moats around ourselves, disguising a fear of real connection as just, taking care of me.
Okay, that's provocative. So where's the line? How does a healthy boundary become a moat? What's the difference PG sees?
It's about the purpose. Are you protecting yourself for the relationship setting terms so connection can happen safely? Or are you protecting yourself from the relationship, trying to prevent real intimacy altogether? That second one is the moat, often disguised as self-care.
Okay. And then there's the economy.
Yeah, the economic reality, decades of job insecurity, market ups and downs. It teaches a hard lesson. Maybe you can only truly count on yourself.
So becoming really interdependent with a spouse starts to feel like a bad bet.
A very high-risk gamble.
Yeah.
It undermines the whole idea of merging your futures, emotionally and financially.
And of course, the digital world.
Well, definitely. Social media.
Yeah.
PG calls it a counterfeit version of intimacy. Its low-stakes connection demands almost nothing real from us.
We share our highlight reels, not our real selves.
Exactly. And it conditions us, doesn't it? Ghosting a conversation if it gets awkward, blocking someone we disagree with, presenting this edited, photoshopped life.
Yeah. But marriage is unedited. It's unfiltered reality. Are you ready for that close-up?
The guarded heart is basically trained to run screaming from that kind of close-up.
Which brings us to the costs. Because maintaining a fortress, that takes constant energy. It's exhausting.
It is. And the emotional economy of the guarded heart. It's always running a deficit. And the heaviest price that's paid by the partner stuck outside the walls.
They pay this huge, invisible emotional labor tax, don't they?
Totally. They become the sole caretaker of the relationship's inner life. They have to start every hard conversation, try to figure out every silence, constantly chip away at those walls.
PG calls it Sisyphean work, just endless, exhausting effort.
And it leads to this deep, corroding burnout. Those little deflections, the polite evasions, the intellectualizing, they're like 1,000 tiny cuts. They just wear the partner down.
Until they just stop trying.
Eventually, yeah, they stop knocking at the gate.
And the cost for the couple, the opportunity cost.
Staggering. The marriage isn't this powerful combined force. It's like two separate emotional households running under one roof, as PG puts it.
Missing out on that secure base, that synergy you get from real partnership.
It's just a massive waste of potential, shared potential.
And then the reckoning.
Yeah. And it's usually not some big dramatic battle. It's more like a slow crumbling.
Triggered by?
Often a life crisis, a serious illness, losing a job, some kind of trauma, something the walls just can't handle alone. The hyper-independent strategy just fails.
Yeah.
Catastrophically.
When the burden gets too heavy to carry alone.
Right. And in that moment of desperation, they finally reach out.
But the hand they're reaching for
has grown tired of reaching for them. And that's when the full, chilling horror of their isolation hits them.
And for the partner.
For the partner, there's this devastating clarity. The realization that the drawbridge is never coming down.
So they leave.
They turn around and walk away. But PG stresses it's usually not out of anger or revenge. It's just profound and sorrowful exhaustion.
So the avoidant spouse, They win. They get the safety they wanted.
They do. They successfully defended their territory, but they're left completely, utterly alone. The king of an empty castle.
Yeah.
No subjects.
Wow. That silence afterwards,
Yeah.
that's the real price.
It is.
So is there a way out? How do you dismantle this prison from the inside?
PG describes it as slow, deliberate, learning to open the gate just an inch at a time.
How does that start?
It starts with what he calls the humbling practice of small surrenders.
Small surrender.
Yeah. The radical act of choosing vulnerability in really low-stakes moments, just challenging that core fear that vulnerability equals weakness.
Like admitting you don't know how to fix the sink instead of struggling alone for hours.
Exactly. Or saying, I had a tough day, I feel discouraged. Or even just asking for a hug when you need one, not waiting to be offered comfort.
That sounds terrifying for someone so guarded.
It is. But each tiny act of trust, when it's met with kindness, it starts to chip away at that belief that the world or their partner is fundamentally unsafe.
And this needs a bigger shift too, right? Redefining independence.
Absolutely. Moving away from that lonely ideal of, I don't need anyone, towards the strength of interdependence.
Which isn't weakness.
Not at all. Interdependence is saying, okay, I'm a whole, capable person, choosing to build a life with another whole, capable person.
Recognizing that leaning on your partner sometimes doesn't make you weaker. It actually makes the partnership stronger.
Precisely. It strengthens the U.S.
And PG also talks about needing structure for this, like a conflict contract.
Yeah, a framework. Something to help reframe disagreements, to see them not as threats, but as tools for connection.
What would that look like, practically?
Well, it needs to be concrete, like agreeing to ban phrases like you always or you never.
Okay.
Committing to a timeout phrase, something like, I need 5 minutes to cool down, but I promise I'll come back to this at 7 p.m.
So it's about committing to the process.
It's a mutual promise to fight for understanding, not to win, and to keep coming back to the messy stuff until you find resolution together.
And the ultimate goal, the wager for both partners, is what PG calls as-is acceptance.
Yeah, laying down the weapons, giving up that exhausting project of trying to fix each other,
And instead,
focusing on the lifelong project of just knowing each other, truly knowing.
for the guarded partner, that must be the hardest part, accepting they're loved with their flaws.
That's the final hurdle. Accepting that they're worthy of love, not despite the messiness and vulnerability, but including it. All of it.
It sounds like a quiet revolution, a daily choice against fear.
It is. A brave, hopeful bet that this last unconquered territory isn't actually land to be defended, it's a home waiting to be shared.
What a powerful way to think about it. And that key insight from PG Sebastian really stays with you. That the energy spent building and maintaining those walls, that's the exact same energy that could build a shared life. Secure, beautiful.
It's a profound redirection of resources.
We really encourage you, if this resonates, explore more of this thinking in the Steps to Forever ecosystem. Check out PG Sebastian's blog and Substack. Both are called Steps to Forever. Or visit his site, pgsebastian.com/blog.
And remember, PG isn't just theorizing. He's a certified marriage and family counselor. He has this unique background bridging like corporate rigor with deep emotional understanding. He works with people committed to building love that lasts.
And he really understands the mechanics of control, which actually leads us perfectly into the grand finale of this series.
Ah, yes, part 4 is coming up.
That's right. This was part 3. Our Fear Project deep dive is almost complete. You really should catch up on parts 1 and 2 if you haven't.
Definitely.
Because part 4, oh boy, we're diving into the fear of control and failure.
Yeah, this is all about power, dominance, security, or the lack thereof in relationships.
Think about the partner who absolutely has to be right all the time.
Or manipulation tactics, testing loyalty constantly.
Or even self-sabotage, right? Pushing love away before it can hurt you.
Exactly, that territory. That's where we're heading next. It's going to be a critical conclusion to the series.
You really won't want to miss it. Stay tuned.
Because forever should be built with clarity.